Are you ready to begin the journey to a more joyful and freer you? Let's start now. Hello there, my friend. Thanks for joining me today. Welcome to day number 6. This is going to be a balancing flow. So I am going to ask that you grab a block or two. That'll be good for one of the poses that we are going to do today. So today's focus is all about the control. So every time that we have these thoughts, bringing the awareness back to the breath is one of those tools that we practice on day 1. So the toolbox is going to be full of things by the time we are done with this. But one of the main sources of my anxiety relief is breath control. I can be in any kind of situation that I don't like, that puts me into an anxiety state, and all I got to do is put my hands on my belly, make sure I feel this belly moving with my breath, and within seconds I am calm, as long as I don't allow my thoughts to continue to wander down that same direction, right? So we are in control. Today we're going to utilize that control. We're going to start in standing. So go ahead and meet me in your most beautiful Tadasana, aka standing position. Once you get here, ground through those feet. Lift up those toes and slowly, with control, put them back down one by one. Take a slight bend in those knees. Engage those glutes, neutral pelvis. Roll the shoulder blades back, lengthen the crown of the head towards the ceiling, and close those eyes down. Inhale here, and exhale fully. Taking in your surroundings, noticing how you feel. Noticing those thoughts, but not allowing them to carry you down with them. Being the observer and focusing on the breath. We're going to start by knocking on heaven's door. So we're just going to allow the body to twist. And while the body's twisting left to right, our hands are going to kind of splay out. When they splay out, we allow them to touch opposite hips. And then go back to the other side, touching the opposite hips. So you can bend your knees. You can really get into this. This should feel really nice. This creates buoyancy. This is a great strengthener for the knees. And of course, these twists are so good for our digestive systems and all of our internal organs. So enjoy this. Embody this, knocking on heaven's door. And really get into it, really bending those knees, really feeling yourself here. Maybe closing the eyes. Seeing what this feels like, how this feels different. I know you probably don't think this is going to do a lot, but if you do this long enough, this will make you so sore. Remembering to breathe. We are not holding or clenching that breath. We are breathing into the belly to allow the body to know that this is fun. This is not hard. This is not strenuous. We are here to have fun. And I want you to stop and feel. Feel that energy you built up tingling when you come to a stop. Feel that prana running through you. It is always there. As long as we take the time to be aware of it. Breathe. Very nice. We're going to do side bend. So step the left foot behind the right. Arms up, grab the left wrist with the right hand and bend towards the right. Nice left side body stretch. Keeping that neutral pelvis, the lift through the chest. Keeping the breath flowing. And inhale, back to center. Arms up. Take this right leg behind the left. Grab that right wrist and open that right side body up towards the left. Oh, yes. Very nice. Inhaling and exhaling. And now back to center. We're going to open up the legs. And we're coming in for a wide-legged forward fold. So we've not done these yet. So our feet are pointed directly in front of us. They're not pivoted out like goddess. We got them straight and parallel here. We have this nice, gentle bend in the knees. And we bend from the hips. Same thing as standing forward fold. We're trying to get this belly to the thighs, not so much focused on stretching through the hamstrings. We will get there. But right now, I just want you to be able to come here and hang. Grabbing those opposite elbows and maybe taking a little sway left to right. And then you can start by straightening the legs and seeing how when you straighten the legs, it lifts you up. So just playing here, feeling that stretch, feeling the difference between them bent legs and the straight legs. When the legs are bent, we're able to get into that back. And when they're straight, we're able to get into the hamstring. This is one of those things from day 4, I think, where we're finding what feels good. We're not going for what the pose looks like. We are going for what the feeling and the sensation that we're going for is. Breathe. No holding or clenching that breath. We're going to come in for triangle. So if you have the block, you're going to grab the block. And we're going to bring them up here. We're going to pivot on both of our feet and turn them towards the front of the mat. The back foot is going to be at more of like the warrior angle. So it's slanted, but it's not pointed forward. This front leg is straight. Maybe this knee has a slight bend in it. Hands can be on the mat or up here on the blocks. Kind of the same position as half splits, except we are all the way up. We don't have our knees on the mat. So just breathe here in this little triangle position. If you don't need the block, you can bring your hands to the mat as long as you're able to keep your gaze forward. That spine nice and lengthened here. We're breathing. These are tight little legs, and we want to send that love to the legs. Beautiful. We're going to pivot back around, coming back into our wide-legged fold. And I'm just going to take the block over to the other side because that's where we are going to go. But for right now, let's be in this wide-legged forward fold again. Stretching through those legs, feeling that through them hamstrings. Saying thank you to our bodies for showing up today. Working on ourselves, focusing on our breath. Should feel exhilarating. When you feel ready, we're going to come to the other side. Pivoting those feet. Coming in for our triangle on the other side. Using that block. Taking the pressure off of the hamstrings. Keeping that gaze forward. Spine is lengthened. Nice little bend in that left leg. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's only going to help. I have people comment about my legs being bent all the time, and I'm just like, you know, I've got some tight hamstrings here. I haven't worked out. Before this yoga 5 years ago, I hadn't worked out in decades. So we got some work to do. And I don't know about you, but I want to do it every day. I don't want to hurt myself and not have to do it for months, because then I probably won't come back. I want to keep it up. The inertia is there. We have showed up. The ball is rolling, and it's easier to keep the ball rolling. Let's come back to our wide-legged forward fold. Yes, this should feel really nice after being in that. So just come down here one more time. Nice big inhales, filling up that belly. Deep exhales, letting it all go. And we're going to peel ourselves back up to standing. Beautiful. So we're going to do my all-time favorite, and I've got lots of options to make this accessible for everyone. So we are going to do the hand to toe. So if you can't get your hand to your toe, I want you to grab your thigh. So we're here, we're here, we're here, or we're here. Wherever you are, we're there. Okay, so I'll just do this for show. Okay, and when you feel good and you feel balanced, maybe try to take the leg open towards the right. Just playing with that balance, finding that drishti, the gazing point in front of you to focus on, will really help you here. Back to center. And then maybe we can play by taking the other hand to that leg and bringing the other hand behind us. Trying, just playing. If we fall, it's okay. We are yogis. We come back and we try again. Our egos are not in the way of us playing. Breathe and release. Maybe do a little knock on heaven's door here to release those hips, because we are going to the other side. This is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was never able to do things like this, and yoga taught me ways to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and pick up the left leg. Same option. And when we open up, we're here. Nice bend in this knee. Or we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. You know, we have all of these options, but we're just going with what feels good for us. And then maybe taking a slight opening here. Breathing, finding that gazing point, finding it, and gazing at it. Back to center. And let me trying for the little twist that feels good to play with. Otherwise, we're just here holding our leg up, gaining massive balance, massive trust within ourselves, and release. You're a rock star. Go ahead, shake it out. Get you a little bounce in here. Okay, come up on those tiptoes. We're gonna have a lot more fun. Tiptoes. This is fun. Arms overhead. When's the last time you did this? Reach high. Reach hard with those fingers. Reach, reach, reach. And then slow, with control, on the tiptoes. Lower. Work those calves. Work those legs. Feel those legs shake. Coming down into a squat. Oh, yes. Hug those knees and lay back. You can take a rock and roll here if you're into that sort of thing. Massaging through that spine. We're coming in for seated forward fold. So once you rock your way back up, send those legs out long. If you want to pop your sits bones up on a block, it would be nice. And let's inhale those arms up. And exhale, we fold over those legs. Nice bend in the knees. Maybe taking a nice little foot massage here, or calf massage. Maybe giving the thighs a little massage. Wherever you are, you'll be all the way there. You'll be happy with yourself. and you be controlling those thoughts. Maybe noticing you need a pedicure. I'm noticing that I need a pedicure. Do you like to get your toes done? I would love some feedback on how you feel about your toes and your nails. It's not something I've always done, but I've tried to be good about, just spending time with myself, treating myself with the simple things in life, Inhale, we'll slowly rise up. And we're going to come back onto our backs for Shavasana. One of my favorite things. I will not keep us here too long, so don't be worried, okay? But we should really enjoy this Shavasana. Tucking those shoulder blades. Closing the eyes down, palms facing up. Allowing all that beautiful work you've done to absorb. This is where we can be proud of ourselves. Showing ourselves the ultimate form of love by finding stillness. Stillness in the body and stillness in our minds. Slowly we'll roll over into one side and then push up. Seat. Go ahead and bring your hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow for day number 7. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.